blue face pillar, the blade dealer. Make a nigga forfeit, cause I'm the realest. Hey, niggas talking short shit, I need a million.
Big stepper, yeah, bitch, I be stepping. Cooling kit with the flip switch, bitch, that's the weapon. No drama.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.
This legend bring them sounds in one time.
I'm Art, and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And today we're going to be talking about Mr. Tyrone Tracy. Should he be running back one for the New York Giants after performing extremely well against the Seattle Seahawks and spot duty for Devin Singletary, who was hurt? As we know, Devin Singletary during the season, he's had his fumbling issues. And Tyrone Tracy just looked more explosive, more decisive when he was running the ball. But let's hear what these ESPN analysts have to say who do fantasy draft shows. So they're going to be talking about Tyrone Tracy. I'm going to chime in. You know what it is. Let's get it.
Let's talk about Tyrone Tracy here. 5.3 yards per rush. By the way,
very good. Very, very good. 5.3 yards per rush against the Seahawks. Man, when you watch the film, that dude was amazing.
This is going to be our segment today. Obviously, this is a very fun segment. We got a switch brought to you by the new Boost Mobile 5G network. I mean, Tyrone Tracy looks really good in this backfield. This last week, he looked absolutely fantastic, over 100 rushing yards, more yards per carry than Devin Singletary. If there is any chance that Singletary misses time, obviously he'd be a guy that we would look at. Is there a chance that he can be a factor in this backfield even if Singletary is still there?
Yeah, I think that he's earned more time. And this team knew about how capable Tyrone Tracy was. They drafted him this year for a reason. He's been earning praise for a while. He had a predominant role this past weekend because they knew they had something good there. I don't have a great sense of where things are at with Devin Singletary. He did practice on Friday. To my knowledge, he traveled with the team.
Yeah, came in as doubtful.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't say he's a guarantee for this weekend. I also wouldn't say that he is a guarantee to be out either. We'll see there. And I do think that he does some things like, I think this team, he's not going to evaporate, I don't believe, if he's healthy. But I think Tyrone Tracy has earned a bigger role. And we talked about this during the preseason, is you got to find a couple of starting running backs where you're saying to yourself, where does he rank amongst the 32 starting running backs in the entire league? And target his backup. Because if it's one of like the 8 or 10 bottom starters, the possibility of somebody else taking on more work and maybe eventually possibly becoming the starter is too good to ignore. And what was most impressive about Tracy this past weekend is he did it without getting really much work in the passing game.
Yeah.
For those that don't know the story of Tyrone Tracy, spends 4 years at Iowa as a wide receiver. He was a wide receiver for the first 4 years of his college career, goes to Purdue, finishes up there as a running back, involved in the passing game still, but certainly can be a bigger factor in the passing game than he was this past Sunday against Seattle.
And based off everything that he said, everything that he's saying is true. If you rank Tyrone Tracy the top 32 running backs in the league, you're not going to rank him very high, but I do believe he's running back one for this New York Giants team because of the versatility that he has, the vision that he has, and the role that he can play as a receiver coming out of the backfield. I do believe he could do everything Eric Gray can do for this team, and I believe he could do everything that Devin Singletary does for this team, which means I don't have to have two guys doing two separate things when I could just have Tyrone Tracy doing both of those things himself for the most part of the game. Reason why I want Tyrone Tracy as the number one running back for this team, for the New York Giants, is one, his field vision. He has very good vision. He knows how to press the hole and bounce it to the outside, and he does it with a smoothness and an elegance to where when he does bounce outside, he cuts it straight up and he gets yardage. Runs that maybe Tyrone Tracy and Eric Gray only get 3 to 4 yards. Tyrone Tracy's breaking it for 11, 15, 20, 30 yards. And I just believe with the flow of this offense, Tyrone Tracy fits the flow of this offense way better than the other two running backs of what I have seen in the beginning of the season. Not saying that Devin Singletary is a bum. He's not a bum. He was actually doing well. And when he did get his good runs, it seems like he always wants to fumble. Tyrone Tracy showed that he was going to run with power. He's going to run through people, and he has a element of speed that's very sneaky. He's a very smooth, long stride type runner that if he gets in an open field, you don't really know what he's going to do. And if you slip up just for that 10th of a second, he can get past you and he can make some yards. Tyrone Tracy came in on spot duty, knowing that Devin Singletary was out. I think they ruled him out Friday. And Tyrone Tracy came in and he was the primary back. Now, we did get some screen passes and a couple of passes with Eric Gray in the beginning. I think he could do that as well. Matter of fact, I know he could do that as well because he did it at Purdue. He was actually a very good receiving back out of Purdue, and he was a receiver for his first 4 years in college, as you heard from the guy on this podcast. Tyrone Tracy fits this offensive line well. Shout out to Talking Giants with those duo runs that we run where we get the 2 double teams on the guards and we let Tyrone Tracy decide which gap that he wants to go into. And what he did very well, I'll repeat, is he pressed the hole and he made the linebackers make a decision, and he has the athleticism and the vision to bounce it to where that linebacker leaves a gap. And he was hitting those gaps every single time, and he was getting yardage every single time. He did not have one negative yardage play in that Seattle Seahawks game, and that's what this offense needs. If we could get Tyrone Tracy going, and Brian Daboll, shout out to Brian Daboll for calling a hell of a game against the Seahawks, and we use our players to the best of their abilities, we can have a very good offense that can put up points on the board as long as we get our red zone deficiencies in order. Tyrone Tracy is the best all-around back on this team. I still want to get a power back because I really don't want to use Tyrone Tracy in a power back role. I don't believe that's what he is. He's a play-making, slashing type, one-cut type running back. But he also can bounce it to the outside. Like, he gives you so much balance in your running game from what I've seen against the Seattle Seahawks. And we need that. We truly need that, because if you have to worry about our running game, Slayton could go off. We could get the ball out quick to Wan'Dale Robinson in space. Malik Neighbors when he's back. A dominant receiver. We get this guy Tyrone Tracy rolling. We can have an offense here with the New York Giants, even with Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones is playing very well this season. After that first Vikings game, he's been playing very well. You could go check the stats. But we need a guy like Tyrone Tracy to step up and be the number 1 running back. I do believe this team could be a 22 to 25 carries a game team. And out of those 25 carries, I want Tyrone Tracy at least getting 15 to 16 to 17 of those carries, because I do believe that guy can average at least 80, maybe to 100 yards a game if our offensive line is on their game and doing very good run blocking. But Tyrone Tracy deserves to be the number 1 running back for the New York Giants, and I know it's a flash decision. Oh, it's only off 1 game. I understand that, but I do believe this guy is the most talented running back that we have on this team, and I don't think it's close. He's more powerful than the other running backs. He's more elusive than the other running backs. He has better receiving background than the other running backs, and his vision is better than the other running backs. Even though Devin Singletary's vision is pretty good, but it's like he tries to do too many flashy cuts. Tyrone Tracy cuts to get yardage up the field. And that's why he got those 129 yards against the Seahawks. And I believe he's the fastest running back out of the running backs that we have, if Turbo Miller is not on the field. So Tyrone Tracy, man, congratulations on your first start, getting over 100 yards in your first start. I think you're running back one moving forward, man, and that's just has to be the case, man, if we want to win games. But thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that big blue join button, and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. Go ahead and cop you some merch at the Big Pat Sports Shop. We got the What Are You Doing collection. We got my own clothing line, Nice Fit. You got the new Big Pat Sports Talk collection with the new logo. And you just have so many options to go and get you some gear. Man, copy a hat, hoodie, whatever. Copy some gear and let me know so I can give you a shout out here right on New York Giants Full Access. Thank you guys for watching. And until the next episode, you know what it is, man. Peace. This has been a Big Blue Crew Sports Network production.